Hello everybody, it is the 10th of April 2018 and it's time for a PUBG update on Xbox One. Unfortunately this is not the Miramar update. We had confirmation a couple of days ago from PAX where Player Unknown, Brendan Green himself, stated that it will be coming in May. We've heard other stuff on Twitter about the fact that it's been play tested at the moment, and I for one can't wait. So as of now we've just got patch 12, patch 0.6.4. You'll see it in the top left hand corner. You have to update your Xbox to play, but I thought what I'll do is before I start the gameplay I'll just read the patch notes out so we can kind of see what we can expect. So this is from PUBG Riddles, the communications lead on the PUBG forums. And he says, this time around we've got some crucial bug fixes and optimizations for various parts of the game. Optimization and stabilization. Partially optimized the vehicle system. The dust effect caused by friction with the ground during driving has especially been optimized, and the vehicle system has been improved in part. Fixed the problem with the voice chat that caused some crashes. Grass objects in Erangel have been optimized and will continue to be optimized going forward. Gameplay. Fixed a serious bug that caused vehicles to flip or got airtime for no reason. Seeing that happen quite a few times happened to me as well. This includes the three-wheel bite. Yes, the three-wheel death machine. Fixed an issue where under certain circumstances the character would be upside down or seated in a strange position when moving seats while riding in vehicles. Haven't seen that. Player will receive more damage in a vehicle collision. The heavier the vehicle, the greater the damage inflicted upon the player. Also, players are now more likely to die or be knocked out when colliding with the vehicle running at high speed. Now, I've seen this. I've tried to run people over lots of times, and they haven't died when I've been going at full tilt. So that's quite interesting. So people are going to die again when they get hit by vehicles, hopefully. And it sounds like if you're running, you get more damage as well. The vehicle passenger will receive more damage when the vehicle crashes into an obstacle like a wall or a tree. When crashing into something at high speed or on a smaller vehicle, such as a motorcycle, the player will take much more damage. See, I can understand why they're doing that. I don't always think it's fair, because it's not your fault if you're the passenger, if your driver is a load of rubbish. Fixed issue causing the 4x scope to be excessively reflected. Yep, I've seen that plenty of times. UI or UX, user interface, user experience. Fixed issue causing certain UI layouts not properly aligned. Fixed issue of buttons bound to the UI, the map, affecting vehicle operation. Fixed issue of equipment icons not showing properly on the HUD. Fixed issue of left trigger, right trigger scrolling not working in the event when using controller preset B. Yep, that definitely hasn't been working, so we'll try that out. Fixed issue of excessive acceleration when the stick is tilted more than a certain angle. Haven't come across that. Fixed issue of team member indicators incorrectly showing on the plane. I've definitely seen that where I can't see others' indicators. Other bug fixes. Removed collision of discarded magazine on the floor after reloading. I guess that's just to optimise the servers. Fixed the cosmetic bug that occurred when characters wore certain clothing or shoes. Haven't come across that. Fixed issue of fonts breaking up in case of certain languages. Scheduled fixes for identified issues. So this is something they haven't fixed. When changing the dead zone settings in the lobby, the options screen needs to be open once again for the settings to be reflected. This issue will be fixed soon. Haven't come across that. But we also have a new crate. Cosmetics added a new free crate, Western military crate, that can be earned with BP. And there's a load of cool stuff. In fact, I tell you what, if I go to rewards, let's see if we can get one of these new crates. Survive crate. Western military crate. Yeah, okay, let's see what we get. You received a t-shirt. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. Some blue pants. Yeah, great. See if we get a biker crate. Yeah, another t-shirt. Wicked. Yeah, cheers PUBG. What's this one? A wanderer crate. Some more boots. Just what I wanted. And then, what we got in there? Another biker crate. Oh, some school shoes. Wow, I love these. Thank God I'm not paying for these. Another survivor crate. And some more combat pants. Okay, so I didn't get any of the cool stuff. But the Western military crate has things like military jackets and skirts and hats. So it looks really cool. Okay. So, before we start, I just wanted to show something, because whenever I do these gameplay videos, whenever I do these gameplays, I always play really rubbish. And it annoys me. So, here we go. In fact, tell you, let's look at this one. So this is my ranking in the solo third-person ranks in EU. I'm number 437, which is all right in it. So I'm inside the 500 for playing on PUBG. So I'm not totally crap, no matter what you'll see in this upcoming video. And in fact, if we look at solo first-person perspective within the EU, I'm in the top 100. I'm 68th. So you will probably see some terrible gameplay over the next probably, I don't know, 45 minutes. And I apologise for that in advance, but I can do better. I also play a very defensive style, so I do a lot of hiding and running away. In essence, to check the optimizations of the server for moving around the map. Well, that's not really true, it's just because I can't shoot straight. So anyway, I am recording this. I'm streaming this to Twitch now, so if you're watching live, hi. Welcome aboard. And then what I do is I export this to YouTube. So the majority of people watch on YouTube, so that's great. Because you can't, at the moment, directly record a long video on your Xbox or stream it from your Xbox to YouTube. You have to use Twitch as an intermediary. And if you ever wanted to know how to do that, check out my channel. I've got details on how to do that. The other thing that happens when you're streaming, and if you can change this, tell me, when I'm streaming on my Xbox One, the Twitch app that does the streaming, because everything's done on the Xbox One, the little icon that tells you how many people are watching and whether you're live and whether your microphone's on, all this sort of stuff, covers up my health bar at the bottom of the game. So I don't know how much ammo, I don't think I know how much ammo I've got either. Okay, so let's go back. So what we're really, I'll tell you what am I really interested in? It's all really optimization stuff, isn't it? I like the idea of being able to use the left trigger and right trigger scrolling not working eventually when using controller preset B. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the game has been running pretty smooth for the last few weeks anyway, isn't it? Since the last big patch. Still crashes though, and I would still recommend anybody turn off your Xbox probably every hour or every sort of 4 games, well, probably an hour and a half. Just do a hard reset on your, well, not a hard reset, do a proper power cycle on your Xbox, and that seems to stop crashing. Although I have had crashes the very first time I fired it up. Everything seems okay, seems normal. Right, let's see where we're going. Southwest to northeast, so I think we'll probably jump for a car and hit, well, probably North Georgia actually. So my gameplay technique, another YouTube or streamer referred to it as the TWAT technique, the tactical warfare avoidance, which basically means run away from everybody else as far as you can, so you've got a chance of looting up in peace. Is that a rock? I think it's a rock, isn't it? Any vehicles? Yeah, there's a vehicle up there, isn't there? I think there's a motorbike to the right of the road. Yeah, so we avoid everybody else. Get loads of weapons and then die really quickly without killing anybody when we get to the final circles. And funnily enough, that has enabled me to get, you know, into the top 500 on third person and into the top 100 on first person. Because I think the way that PUBG puts a weighting on the rankings is definitely for where you finish in the game, not how many kills you get. Or, well, also it's the quality of kills. So that means you get more points, I think, for killing people later in the game. You know, I guess who are higher ranked themselves. Then, oh, I thought there was a bike. Then you do, say when you drop early. Oh, there's a car over there. Ah, there we go. Guess right. They say when you drop early into school or military base and you get a few kills early on, they don't actually count for much. Right, here we go. The long run. Running simulator. This is where someone sweeps down. He's flying along and misses me. Okay, so this will definitely be the quiet side of the circle because the plane went from southwest to northeast. So everybody will be coming from Pochinki and School and Pollyanna. Is it a bush? Oh no, there we go, it's a bike. It's funny that with the different rendering distances, things look... I know rocks look like cars quite a lot of the time. Now this is a very dangerous bridge because several times I've driven across this bridge and it hasn't rendered in properly and I've fallen in the water underneath. So I always take it slow. And what I'm looking for is the white lines to appear in the middle. And then I know it's rendered properly. If you come across here at full tilt, you can see how in the distance North Georgie hasn't... That's a boat going underneath me there. See that boat on my left? Table hasn't rendered in yet. Where that boat was going. Oh, I bet he saw a... supply drop, didn't he? Nice level 3, we won't say no to that. That'll do for now. This is better. See, I can't see whether I'm in first or third. Oh, here we go. Just take that extended mag. Just get rid of that quick draw mag. Definitely don't need 2 tactical stocks. Oh, saying that, if I were to run 2 416s, which I have done in the past many times. Although my preferred setup tends to be, if you say what's your preferred setup, obviously suppressors on everything. And it would be a 416 up close for up close work, and a M16 with 4 times on. So we're very nicely in the circle, actually, very nicely. Swap to the ump. Run. Are we on full auto? We are, aren't we? Here we go. Now we know that guy landed in that boat, didn't he? Don't know where he went though. Sounds like he came from South Georgie. What we'll do. We'll play it safe. Okay, so as for the patch, everything seems very smooth. Let's pick up some 45 in case we come across a vector. I heard somebody there. Start closing doors behind us. Yeah, everything seems very smooth and nice. No issues. Alright, okay. Just in case you pick up a an SKS. Be nice to run an SKS and the SCAR, or preferably a 416. The biggest problem I've had recently is the availability of scopes. Let's drop that pistol. And, you know, I've had quite a few games where I just haven't come across any optics beyond red dots and hollows, which kind of spoils it a bit when you get to the end game. Okay, how much 762 have we got now? Still worried about that guy in the boat where he went. Okay, let's see. So, what were they saying about the triggers? So if you want to drop something, for example, how are the triggers meant to work? Oh, I'm not sure. It doesn't really affect my gameplay anyway. Cheeky little frag there. Extended mag. Extended quick draw. Oh, SMG, what am I doing? Oh no, that's good. What's that one go on? Oh, they both got extended quick draws, so that's good. And I'll take another foregrip in case I do come across that SKS I'm looking for. or 3. I haven't got a pan yet. Let's pick up the pan. Haven't even got a hollow. Had a very good thing on the was it Hot Drop podcast with no, not Hot Drops. Yeah, it might have been Hot Drops. No, Blue Zone podcast with Wickedella, and she said she'd always been told it's 556 we got. So if I find more 556, I'll come back for the M16. So Mini 14, where would I... Right. I really need our scopes now, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, a car 98 now, I'm not gonna... I normally would, but I'm a bit rubbish with it, and whenever I've picked up a car 98 recently, I haven't got a single scope. Magnified scope, that is. I've got 2. Okay, so now we've got hollow. Great. So now we need something for the M16. Oh, here comes somebody. Apologies if this is just a bit of a running simulator at the moment. We haven't been running into anybody, and you know, when the circle is in your favour, it's always good to make hay while the sun shines. Although I'll probably just run into somebody at the moment and get blatted. Right. Okay, so what do you reckon? In one of these massive houses, one of these massive apartment blocks, there has to be a scope, doesn't there? A magnifying scope. PUBG gods will shine on us. They will smile on us and say, yep, have a nice... Okay, well, we've got a red dot. It's better than nothing. But what we should do is put that onto there. Okay, so now we've got a fully loaded 416, which is in my opinion, slightly better than the Scar. Although the Scar punches, you know, it punches well. Nothing wrong with the Scar. Won plenty of chicken dinners with the Scar. So what we really want now is some sort of magnified sight for the M16, just to give us a bit of range. I mean, I'm not saying a suppressor wouldn't go down sweet, but... And what do we get? We get an 8x, which you can't use on the M16. That's what we could do. That's what we could do. Let's drop those. Let's pick that up. Let's go and get that Scar. We can put it on the Scar, can't we? Where do we drop the Scar? Okay, so we strip that, we drop that. Pick up the Scar, we put the extended, put the compensator on it. Let's get, pick up that. Oh, what am I doing? Put that onto there, put the hollow onto there, put that onto there, drop that. Keep the red dot for the as emergencies. Right, I don't. That's a pretty good kit there. We get level 2 vest, level 3 helmet, level 3 backpack, loads of energy drinks, load of first aid kit, grenades and smokes. Long distance with the Scar. Zoom back out. The only thing we're missing is really a level 3 vest. And suppressors. But we might as well do the rest of this building actually. Oh, how far have we got? No, let's not. Let's stay over here and have a look at this circle. How can I get out? Can we get out this way? Am I in? Yeah, I'm in. So, overall so far, patch 0.6.4. Patch 12 on the Xbox One. Seems smooth. In case you wonder, this is an original Xbox, an OG Xbox. So what we're going to do. How many first aids? See, this is kiss of death, isn't it? I've got I've got so much first aids. And so I kind of predict what will happen with this game now. Right, I will push out in a minute and 30 seconds and be unceremoniously mown down by my respected compatriots, my rivals. Overall, I've got to say the game is running as smooth as it was before. See, if I found it 4 times, I would definitely swap it for that 8 times, so I'm not a big fan. of the 8 times. It's just zoomed in a little bit too much for me. Close the door. It's a draft. Oh, we might as well loot in here then. Although I am giving away my position. So what do you reckon? 250 rounds? Is that enough to see me through to the end? I would have thought so. This has been a looting simulator stream testing the latest patch on Xbox One. I can't really see out these windows, can I? Can't see. Got an angle. Ooh, got an angle now. See if we can find this 4 times. So I've looted basically for half an hour and haven't found a single 4 times, so you kind of see my argument about the lack of 4 times in the game. But it's a way of balancing it. Oh, I'm in the next circle as well. I don't think I'm probably going to need that 8. Let's put that red dot back on there. Right, are we on full auto on everything now? Yeah. I could go up on the roof, couldn't I? Oh, that's definitely been opened. Ooh, that was a suppressed car, I think. Hmm. Interesting. Well, we got to the top 10 without really seeing anybody else apart from that boat. So, yes. So the next building is right next to us. Alright, so there's a building there. So boost up. Okay. Okay, so what you've kind of seen here today, this is a really good example of how I like to play, which is avoiding everybody, running around, and generally... Alright, how long have we got? 18 seconds. Oh, it's in the open, isn't it, as well? Fucking trying to pan me. Oh, should have rushed him. There we go, a bit of excitement at the end there. What do you think? What do we get? Oh, we got a second. I shouldn't have done that first aid, should I? But I was a little bit desperate. But good. Top 2. And with 3 kills. So, that was good fun. Game seems to be running nice and smooth. Yeah, the patch seems to be working fine. So, again, let us dive into a game of first person. To be honest, I've got to admit, I got a bit of stage fright then. Because I was like, oh my god, I'm going to get a chicken dinner on stream. And I choked. I should have just gone after that guy rather than try to get him. Right, let's do a first person one. Just to give you an idea of that as well. And if you've come to the stream late, so patch 12. 0.6.4 is live on Xbox One now. They've partially optimized the vehicle system. They've done something with the dust effect. I guess there's probably less dust to or ease on the servers. Vehicle system has been improved. Fixed the problem with voice chat causing crashes. Grass objects in Erangel have been optimized and will continue to be optimized going forward. Fixed the serious bug that caused vehicles to flip or to get airtime for no reason. Seen that, that's good. Hopefully that's totally fixed. This now includes the three-wheel death machine. Fixed an issue where under circumstances the character would be upside down or seated in a strange position, removing seats from running vehicles. Player will receive more damage when in a vehicle collision, so we could be able to run people over again instead of them bouncing off. The heavier the vehicle, the greater the damage. So I guess if you're in a UAZ, you'll do more damage to pedestrians than if you're in a motorbike. Also, players are now more likely to die or be knocked out when colliding with a vehicle running at high speed. I don't know if that's them running at high speed or the vehicle running at high speed. We'll see. The vehicle passenger will receive more damage when the vehicle crashes into an obstacle like a wall or tree. When crashing into something at high speed on a smaller vehicle such as a motorcycle, the player will take much more damage. Yeah, fair enough. But again, I'm not sure if it's fair for the passenger, because again, it's not your fault if you've got a crap driver. Fixing the issue causing the 4x scope to be excessively reflected. Right, I've seen that previously, so that's nice to sort that out, although we had a look at the 8 times in that game. Let's just stop this. Come on, start again. User interface your experience. Fixed issue causing certain user interface layouts not properly aligned. Fixed issue of buttons bound to the user interface, the map, inventory, etc. affecting vehicle operation. Fixed issue of equipment icons not shown properly on the HUD. Fixed issue of left trigger and right trigger scrolling not working in the inventory when using Controller B separately. I'll have to check that out. I don't know what it means. Fixed issue of excessive acceleration when the stick is tilted more than a certain angle, depending on the R stick acceleration setting. Fixed an issue of team member indicators incorrectly showing on the plane. Other bug fixes: remove collision of discarded magazine on the floor after reloading, that will be for server optimization. Fixed the cosmetic bug that occurred when character wore certain clothing or shoes, don't know about that. Fixed issues of fonts breaking up in case of certain languages. And things they haven't fixed but they will be fixing are the identified issues. When changing the dead zone settings in the lobby, the options screen needs to be open once again for settings to be reflected. This issue will be fixed soon. And then we've got this new Western military crate that you can earn for free with battle points. And you can get tank tops, t-shirts, military shirts that look pretty cool. There's a military jacket, looks pretty cool, but what's the military jacket? You get a 0.05% chance, so that's 5 in 1,000 chance of getting that. Why do they make the drops so low? It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, so first person's perspective server seems to be having a bit of trouble finding anybody. I know lots of people don't play first person. But it is probably my favourite. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. Got up to 366 in third person. Would have jumped up a lot more if I'd bloody held my cool and shot that guy and got that chicken dinner. Solo, we're still at 68. Overall, though, the game is running just as smooth as it was before this patch, which I think was pretty good. We haven't had a crash yet, but I did restart my Xbox before I started the stream. And if the game does crashes, basically this stream will just end, because when the game crashes, it causes Twitch to stop streaming. And the way that I record these videos is I stream them to Twitch live. Oh, here we go. And then I export them from Twitch to YouTube, where the majority of people do see them, because I don't have that many followers on Twitch. But if you fancy coming over to Twitch and having a look, just search for Scale Speeder and hit the follow or even the subscribe button. Although, no, don't subscribe to me, because I don't do much on Twitch. You wouldn't be getting very good value for money. So yeah, and obviously in the questions and comments, put what do you think of PUBG on Xbox One? I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's probably my favourite game. I'm going to say this. It's my favourite game ever. It really is. It's the whole idea, 100 to 1. It seems impossible, doesn't it? So, for example, with me, you know, an old guy. You know, I'm 46 this year. You know, I'm middle-aged. I don't have any fast Twitch responses like these kids do. I stopped playing lots of games with the PS2 and only sort of picked it up near the, well, basically at the end of the Xbox 360's life. well into the PS4 and Xbox One's life, I started off with Advanced Warfare on Xbox 360, and then in the Black Ops 3 era, about a third of the way through that, I got a PlayStation 4, and so my kind of what I would say are my shooters of this generation, the ones that I've started new, enjoyed very much, and I've got to grips with being games like Black Ops 3, Call of Duty World War 2, definitely Battlefield 1. Before PUBG, I would have said Battlefield 1. That's my game, Battlefield 1. I've done maybe I probably have done hundreds of videos on Battlefield 1. But PUBG, I mean, thanks to my son Oliver, who has lent me his Xbox One, because he doesn't really use it anymore because he's a part of the PC Master Race. PUBG is just amazing. I love playing solos. I love playing with friends. I love playing with randoms. And PUBG doesn't have any aim assist, so it's very difficult to hit people. You could see in that previous clip at the end where I was like just spraying and praying. That guy was trying to pan me to death as well, wasn't he? You don't get very much chance to practice that sort of thing, because we're so used to aim assist. And I've had to watch a lot of videos and do a lot of kind of trying things out to see how to play the game and get to the situation where I am now, where in solos anyway, I use a tactic that works for me. Because as I say, because I don't have the Twitch responses, I can't drop school and come out of school on top. I can't. Well, I've probably done it once or twice where I've dropped school and been the last one alive, but that's mainly because everybody else has killed themselves by the time I found a gun, and managed to escape. But I have got quite a few. I say quite a few. How many chicken dinners have I got solo? Probably about 12, something like that. 12. I think I've got about 25 chicken dinners altogether. Majority of them in solo, quite a few in squads, and I think I've only got one chicken dinner in duos, I think. No, sorry, I've got two, because one of them was what I would say an earned chicken dinner, where we both got to the end and we won it, and the second one was totally unearned because I died right at the beginning and my partner got to the end. Well, my partner in the game got to the end and won a chicken dinner single-handedly, which was absolutely amazing. And I remember actually a few months ago I got quite low with PUBG, because the only solo chicken dinner I'd ever earned was my very first chicken dinner, which I got on, I think, the second day I had the game, where I was on the edge of it. See, like that hill up there with the trees. I was somewhere like that, and I was just lying down like this with a gun, and the circle just kept dropping on me, and like the final couple of circles were really close together, and I just crawled to the next circles. Everybody else killed themselves, and one guy walked out in front of my sight. I stood up and blatted him with an AK-47 and took him down, and I was like, "You, there we go!" And I got my first chicken dinner. After that, I couldn't get one to save my life, And then I think I got a chicken dinner, and it was earned. What it was, we ended up in Primorsk, and someone's with me. Hiya. That's it. Yeah, it's the unspoken language of PUBG. Getting up and running around. And we were down to the last two by the warehouses, and the game crashed on me, and I closed my my laptop, which records the video, and just turned the Xbox off without seeing how it finished. And what had happened? Well, what happened, I think, was that as soon as I was dying, the other guy died to the blue, I think, or something, because I ended up with 2 solo chicken dinners, which meant that one. And then after that, I kind of spent a lot of time looking at this person really likes me because we look the same. They're strange, aren't they? Shows you humans like to communicate, don't they? Right, here we go. We're going to start. Whee! Big jump. And what I played, what my style now is, I mean, I do hot drops, but mainly for practice. I like to do hot drops in squads. I like to do hot drops in duos, but not in first person because I'm kind of chasing these ranks. And when I realised that there was a chance of getting like to the top 100 in the ranks, I was like, right, that's what we're going to do. So I do this tactic, and it 100% works. If you want to win more chicken dinners, do what I'm going to do now. What are we doing? So what we do is we look at the map. So we're coming in from like the southwest, and we go right. We're going to do exactly what we did in the last game. We're going to jump along the coast, and you do this pretty quick, because by jumping away from the aeroplane and the flight path, you're putting space between yourself and random gunfights. And the thing about gunfights is, if you're really good at gunfights, there's always going to be the guy who's sitting around the corner that you haven't seen, that's camping in the room, that gets that lucky headshot on you. And if you can, and also the fact that the early game in PUBG, I mean, let's not mess around here, is a bit janky, and you get rubber banding, and who knows if the hit detection is really that good? You know, it probably isn't. Now we're going to race for this vehicle. Hopefully they're going to peel off and go to the houses. Yeah, so if you can avoid these early fights that have a lot of randomness, a lot of RNG in them, it means you can go somewhere safe, it means you can loot up somewhere safe, it means you can go somewhere, like where I'm going now, where there's loads of loot in a concentrated area. You know, you're not having to run from little hamlet to little hamlet, and come out with it with the things that win chicken dinners, which for me, well, positioning is very, very important. But if you want to win chicken dinners, you need meds and you need boosts. Because as you're getting into gunfights, right, let's slow down as we go across here. Whoa, see, I almost went through the map there. Almost went through the bridge. Oh, this is such a dangerous bridge. It's the only bridge that does it. So they still haven't fixed that bug. So if you're going across Georgie's Bridge, be very careful. And it gives you the also now I have space. So what will happen now? If you think about where the plane went, let's hide that there. We're going to be on the quiet side of the circle, coming from this side. And you'll see by the time I even get anywhere near anybody, there'll only be 50 people left. Now, I'm not saying people don't do exactly what I'm doing, but lots of people seem to be obsessed with dropping hot and fighting their way out. If you haven't played first-person perspective before, I highly recommend it. What I tend to do is play one game of first-person, one game of third. They have slightly different flavours. First person is definitely more immersive. People don't... You can't use a third person peek mechanic in, obviously, in first person. Because it's... I've got a jacket on. I'm picking up a lot of stuff. I haven't got a... I'm going to run out of space in the jacket soon. Is that a tactical stock? There we go. So, mag underneath that. Level 2, thank you. And you see, basically what I do is kind of I pick all the 45 up I can get, most of all the 9mm I can get, all the attachments, apart from sort of shotgun and pistol stuff. And then depending on what I find, I'll then start building my class, if you like, the kind of weapons I'm going to be using. But I keep a very open mind. I prefer the 5.56 weapons. I tend to loot with the idea of even having two 5.56 weapons. You notice I'm picking up 9 and 45. I'll pick up the 45 in case I get a vector, but I'll only use the vector if I have an extended mag, which we have got. So a vector is an option as a build. Although we haven't actually found any weapons at all, have we, in this building, apart from shotguns. Always recommend picking up bandages. Bandages enable you to loot really deep into the blue. You know, I could stay here and loot lots of the town. And just heal with bandages. You can do it into the second circle as well, as long as you're not too far away, because obviously Okay, so we've got our first weapon. We've got the AK. How many bullets we got? 30. Don't know why bother opening those doors. There's never anything behind those ones. Still looking for a helmet, aren't we? So if you're just tuning into the stream, could go double AK, couldn't we? There's a lot of... Oh, here we go. Pan. Nice. Helmet. Nice. More 9mm. Another hollow. I don't know why I'm picking that up, though. I wouldn't run two. So this is a stream kind of testing out the latest patch, the 10th of April patch on Xbox, patch 12, patch 0.6.4 for the game preview. We've got to find a secondary soon. There's a circle. Circle's coming in. So what would I like right now? I don't know. I guess a vector. We got a tactical stock. Yeah, we got a tactical stock. All right. What have we got here? Here we go. Right, we're set up now. So. Got an M16. Put the red dot on. Let's drop that. We will keep. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Oh, we got a scar. Right. I think I'd. How much 5.56 have we got? 120 rounds of 5.56. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to strip that, drop that, drop that, drop that. We're going to equip the scar. Pick that up. Put that on there. Put that on there. Keep that. Put that. Pick that up. Right. So what we need now is a sight for the M16 and some more 5.56 because we haven't got that much. But I never use that much ammo anyway in the game. And lo and behold, oh, some 7.6, which we didn't want. We've got a level 3 now. Okay, so we're going to do probably... How far's the circle? It's not too far, so we could... loot into the blue quite heavy. So what I really want now is a 4 times for my M16. That would be the icing on the cake, and at that point I would go be on full auto, are we? The Twitch bar on the Xbox One that shows up when you're streaming covers up that bit of the UI, so I can never tell. Come on, PUBG gods, give me a 2 times. We're going to use these bandages when we... And if you care to look at the count of the enemies, we're into the top 43 already without even seeing anybody. I know this is a boring type of gameplay though, so it's not everybody's cup of tea. But for an old person like me, is that a compensator? Nary a sight to be had. Nada. Okay, we got a load of 5.56. Let's get up. Okay, peeps, time to go. So what have we got on the... We've just got a red dot. I'll do this house on the way through. Oh, extended mag. There's a little bug going on there, I can't pick stuff up. My controller may be damaged. In fact, it's quicker to use bandages like this, isn't it? Energy drink there. Just grab that energy drink. Go for 5.56. Okay, right, let's go. Ooh. So we're pretty good to go. The only thing we're missing is an optical. Magnified optical. Which is a bit annoying because we're going to be in an open area, I think. Doors open. Oh wait a minute, I'm not in the circle. Nope. Nobody in there. Interesting. Someone's been in there. Okay, so there isn't going to be anything here. Apart from a flash hider. Don't mind having that. Maybe there is stuff. Extended mag? Yeah, I can't. It's not letting me go down. I suppose if we can. Oh, that's interesting. So what's happening is in the menu, there I can go up and down, no problem at all. But when I come across to here, I can't go down. That's a little buggy bug, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at them. Let's get in the corner. Look at this map. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. Now, people will have definitely dropped on Primorsk, so they'll be pushing out. So I reckon there's trees all up here, isn't it? I reckon round about there. In fact, I might move down to there. Should we take an energy drink now? Let's wait. Let's go now. So a little tip there for the motorbike. Whenever you stop on the motorbike, do a dead stop, and the kickstand will come down, and it means you can just quickly jump on it and go. Whereas if you just jump off it while it's moving, it falls over. And it takes several seconds to come back up again. So we've identified a bug in the patch. It's quite dangerous, this now. Because if I was pushing out of Primorsk, I would push through these trees. And I'm very exposed and noisy on a motorbike. But while we're here, so, as you see, I jump far. And I loot safe. And then the key bit is obviously getting a vehicle as well. And then I drive that vehicle to the third circle. And that's it. Then no matter what... Actually, not no matter. There are a couple of exceptions. Like now. Where I didn't see that guy. Where was he? Fuck it, those houses are in. Shite. So what I would normally do is I would drive to the third circle, get off and make my way on foot, and it goes very smoothly. That's the idea. Not do a mad rush like I had to there and come under fire and... Oh. Well, we didn't do too bad actually. And hide it. I tell you what. Here we go. Just hide in the bath. There we go. We're in the bath. Right, we need to take an energy drink. Well, we might as well keep him. So let's take stock of our situation. We have a Scar on fully auto with a hollow like that. We've got an M16 with a single, which I'm going to put on burst fire now. There's definitely people in the buildings near us. But we are in the top. They're right there. They didn't kill each other though. Still haven't killed each other. Oh, there you go. Grenade. Guru XX killed Victor Sierra. And Victor Sierra killed Guru. An exchange of grenades. How cool is that? So as you can see, Mike, you could argue my playstyle can be a bit boring. Hiding in a bathroom, waiting for someone to throw a grenade through the door. But it does get you to the top 10, and the idea with this is that it puts you in a top 10 position, which gives you practice of which gives you practice in top 10 positions, which means that there's so much randomness in PUBG that I think, anyway, my theory behind this is if you want to beat the randomness of the circles and the weapons and what your enemies are doing and the location that the circles are relative to where you are, like me, you know, I've got to run for the next circle, haven't I? You know, I've got no control over that apart from my positioning. But no matter what you do, you're going to get bad circles. The only way to kind of address bad circles is by playing the game, getting yourself to the top 10 a lot. Because if you get to the top 10 a lot, chances are occasionally you'll get that good circle. And that good circle is the one where, you know, everything drops kindly to you. You know, and they all have to come to you. Like, this is going to be a bit tense here because everybody's going to be in those houses and we're all going to be running like mad. I reckon push towards the road side, but I don't know, who's to say? This is all random now. Probably gonna get shot as soon as I run out this door, but we're in the top 10, so I'm happy. We could do we get one kill? I don't know. Probably get shot in the back now. If I see, I would have preferred to go that way. So I need to watch people coming this way. Can't see anybody following me. Those buildings aren't in, so people are going to be coming from there. Shit. Ah, where was he? Was he in the bush? I didn't even see him. I must have run straight past him. Anyway, there we go. So we made it to the top 10 twice in a row. I didn't get any kills in that second one. 3 kills in the first one. But this has been gameplay with patch notes of patch 12 on the Xbox One. Patch 0.6.4 will come up on your Xbox. The game seems to be as smooth as it was. Haven't really noticed anything. The only bug that I could see that you might come across as well is when I was in the screen where you do all your stuff. You know, change all your bits around. The name escapes me at the moment. Your inventory screen. Sorry, I couldn't go up and down on the left-hand side with the stuff that was on the floor, which is a bit of a pain. That didn't happen in the first game. It only happened in the second game. So maybe it's person bug. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Put your ideas and comments and questions. What do you think of PUBG down below? It's fantastic doing these videos, these gameplay ones. I can't do enough. I can't do as many as I would like to. And obviously with my gameplay style where I tend to wander around by myself a lot, it's not very exciting. But anyway, thanks for watching. Put your comments down below. Thank you very much. Subscribe, like, follow, and I'll see you again soon.